You are now watching Game Point Sports Talk with an Edge.
Right
Welcome to Game Point Sports.
I'm Robbie the Rockets.
I'm M.GOODKNIGHT, and that's Big J.
No fingerprints.
Game Point Sports, we in the house. We back Tuesday. Missed y'all on Friday. We had to step back, react, regroup, and get it all together. Like we say here on the R Network, we like you to like, share, repeat, retweet, and do it all again. But fellas, how y'all doing today?
Let me just say this. It's a great thing when your point is proven right as we come on the show. Like right as we're coming to introductions, my point is proven.
We'll get to that later.
Okay,
we'll
you're
get
right.
to that later.
I had to open with that. It's a great thing.
Point proven, I doubt it. But, let's go, man. How you doing today, Robbie?
Like it says, no fingerprints. We back at it, man. Back in action, man. Some good things to talk about today, fellas. I'm fresh back from vacation.
On assignment.
You know what I'm saying? On assignment. We got some good things coming up in the next few weeks, fellas.
You get you a 10 or something?
I wish I got me a 10.
You on the beach, Deshaun Watson, man?
Man, I was trying to eat some of that good food.
All right.
I eat good. Thank y'all for feeding me.
For sure, man. We gonna get it started today, and we gonna talk about the most recent and relevant news out here in the sports world. We gonna talk about the national champions. We got the women of Stanford. Who'd they be? They beat the Pac-12 rival Arizona.
Wildcats.
Hell of a game. Game way better than the men's game. Did you guys happen to see it or not?
Yes.
No,
I did.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Oh, it was a great game. It was. Hey, that was a banger.
It was a banger.
They was going back and forth.
Was it a banger or was it competitive?
No,
it was a banger. It was a banger.
They was the best two teams in basketball. Pac-12 showed up.
Did anybody get a dunk?
No.
Did anybody play above the rim?
Francis.
Okay.
Francis didn't get her a dunk, but she will get her one next year.
But like I said, the Pac-12, they showed they behinds on both sides of the field this year, and I tip my hat off to y'all because we didn't expect y'all to be nowhere around. On the boys' end and the girls' end, the Pac-12 showed they behinds. That's up and coming basketball in the Pac-12, and that Stanford team, boy. They got some girls over there. Y'all got local talent coming up out of here, out of Colorado.
Yeah, you do got local talent out there. The Stanford team. You got 3 players that's on the team currently, and I'll probably get these names wrong, but excuse me if I do. You got Ashton Pastel. Okay, we'll say that. Francesca Bellaby and Jan Van Geitenbeek.
Who were these ladies again?
They play
with Stanford Cardinals from the state of Colorado.
Oh, you know what? And that's my fault for not knowing that.
You know what I'm saying?
But it just goes to prove my point. I can't do it.
But you've heard of them, right? Local talent.
I've heard of the lady that dunked.
Yeah,
that's Fran Bellaby.
Yeah,
she's on Stanford. Cardinal.
And then we got one more that's going to be going. Her name is Lauren Betts, and she's committed to Stanford from Colorado. So you're going to have 4 players on that squad next year.
Pac-12.
Hey, let's talk about this. Hey, them Colorado women, man, national championship team. Man, I'll take that. And you got one of them who was a consistent contributor on that team. So shouts out to Stanford. Shouts out to Colorado women's basketball for putting some people on D1. For putting some people on that D1 level and D1 championship level. And we're going to stay with Stanford real quick, and we're going to talk about the coach, Tara Van Dever is her name, right? Correct?
Tara Vandiver, yeah.
Tara Vandiver, my bad. Who she had more, she had eclipsed Pat Summitt as the most wins in women's basketball, and she got her first championship in 29 years. Wow. Jay, I know you know a little bit about her, man. Speak about her.
You know Colorado basketball. You know she started here, and the ladies program here in Colorado, University of Colorado. She had put them into national contention. You know, so she's a great coach, and it was a huge loss when CU lost her to Stanford, and she's just continued to be successful and built a great program out there. So shouts out to her. And she's used, you know, to prove your point, she's used her ties here in Colorado to, you know, kind of steal all the talent out of here and take them to Stanford. So shouts out to Tara Vanderbilt. She's doing a great job.
And I give her a shout too, because I got a chance to see her in my younger days too. You got to think I'm 44 years old when she came to Stanford. Yeah, I remember she got the program. The program always been good in the girls level. You know what I'm saying? We may not won that many finals, like you said, in 29 years we ain't won a Final Four. I remember the last time when they won one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hold on.
What you mean?
We.
Stanford.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying the Bay Area.
Okay.
Like seeing them as a kid.
Okay.
No, they're not my.
Okay.
They're not my basketball. Well, yeah, I can say that on the girls' level. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
No, but
I didn't think about it at the time.
I was just sitting here looking up some stats.
Yeah.
And I heard we, and I was like, well, okay. You know,
Stanford.
But let me ask you a
from the
question.
Bay Area?
You know what I'm saying? In the Bay Area.
Let me ask you a question, man. So what does the Bay Area think about the Stanford women's program?
They're the best program in the Bay Area, and on the college level by far.
Okay.
They outdo Cal, they outdo Santa Clara, they outdo Frisco, and San Jose State they outdo Sacramento. Well, I ain't gonna consider Sacramento as the Bay Area, but I'm saying within the Bay Area college level kids, Stanford got the best kids. But you know, you gotta have an education. They student athletes. You know, they're not athlete students at them schools. Them student athletes.
You're definitely a student if you go to Stanford.
You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing close to an Ivy League school in the Bay Area. Stanford. It's like an Ivy League school.
Well, it is, but they get actual real scholarships.
You can go there, but
Ivy League schools really don't get scholarships like that, and that's why they're not power. You know, in bowl games, which you should give them Ivy League schools the same kind of opportunities or scholarship offers, and I guarantee you would have some big name kids going to Harvard and Yale and Princeton. You
do have some athletes coming up out of Harvard and Yale too that ain't bad.
I'm talking about you'll have those kids competing on the national
level. You talking about 5-star athletes?
Yeah, they got some 5-star athletes.
Come on, man. Ain't one dude on the team that would be 5-star. He'd be running back. He'd rush for 2,500 yards in one game.
It's called student athlete.
Man, we gonna move on, man. Shouts out to Stanford and that women team, and shouts out to the Colorado connections that are on that team. Colorado women keep doing us proud here on the NCAA level, on the NCAA Division I level as champions. Keep doing your thing, and we always are gonna support you here. I mean, I'm a little more well-rounded than my man Jay McBride over here.
Oh, wow.
Rocket, man. I watch it all, and I'm into it all. So shouts out to the ladies. But we're gonna go to.
Did you just give me a shot like that?
We gonna talk about Baylor basketball. Baylor versus Gonzaga. Did you guys see that game? Go ahead, Robbie.
Yes. Now, I said something a while back. I said it's going to be a Texas team, win it all, because there's so many powerhouse teams in there. I said it. And Baylor was playing like grown men versus little boys yesterday. If y'all seen the game, Baylor had them. They couldn't do nothing with Baylor. Baylor was too athletic, more physical, them brothers ran. First I see the all 5 brother team win it. The 5 starters are all brothers. And I'm not, I tip my off for Gonzaga, great year, but second is not best. First is only best. So,
like Nelly said, I am number 1.
And shout out to Butler, because boy, he was out there busting him in the mouth. Point guard was busting them threes in the mouth. You see that boy?
I seen him.
I think what you had was athletically Baylor was able to, overcome Timmy and Kizzer. But let me say this. I love Timmy. He's new Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
He's new Kevin McHale. Like his footwork is I watched a young Kevin McHale last night. And you know what I'm saying? I watched a young Kevin McHale last night and he was really impressive. But when you look at Baylor and Flagler, Maceo, the redhead cat, Malcolm X cat, the redhead light skinned cat.
Suggs.
Not Suggs. I'm talking about just on Baylor's team.
Okay, yeah.
Is it Mitchell? I mean, each one of those dudes
Neville or whatever.
Deadly from the outside. And I mean, as soon as you just couldn't cover them all. As soon as Gonzaga tried to help on one of them, the other one was open for three. Bottoms. You know what I'm saying? It was just and the thing is, Gonzaga stood up like a championship team last night too, because they kept taking Baylor's shots and just kept getting up off the it would narrow it to 9. It would get right there and you would think they would get back in it, but then Baylor would go on a run. So shouts out to Baylor, shouts out to the coach down there who said he was going to bring a national championship to them. I didn't believe it. I thought Gonzaga was a better team.
I kind of figured that Baylor was going to win this game, man. I just figured that they were bigger, they were more physical.
They're not bigger.
They were more physical. You had you got that 3-guard lineup. If you look at
4-guard lineup.
So if you look at Baylor, these dudes are lifting weights.
They're all pumped up.
These dudes are in the gym.
Yeah.
You got these guys from Gonzaga who haven't been tested all year, who once somebody got physical with them, that they kind of bowed out, and they bowed out early in the game. And
was it the physicality, or was it just lights out shooting?
Physicality.
I don't think the physicality was that much different than what
Timmy,
you know what I'm saying?
Timmy couldn't get off.
Timmy had a pretty good game yesterday.
He really couldn't get off. Every time
he had a
decent game.
Every time
when they put him in one-on-one situations, he was able to do a lot.
Yeah, but they really never left him in one-on-one situations.
So, what happened? Suggs got 2 early fouls. Take him straight out of aggressive mode right there. And I think what happened to Gonzaga is a lot what we talked about a couple weeks ago that happened to George Washington. You know what I'm saying? They played this tremendous game, all this emotion, and are up, and they can't get back up to that. They were flat. They were flat last night.
I'm gonna piggyback on that. The exact words I thought of you yesterday, right? And I said, that's what it was. That UCLA game took every bit of their body out of them. They didn't have no more for Baylor. Baylor was just too much for them yesterday. That's
man. Gonzaga got beat by the better team.
They did.
They got beat by the better team that day. Baylor was a better team, and if they played 10 times, I'm gonna pick Baylor 9 out of the 10 times.
I might pick them 8 out of
I would have took Gonzaga. Like, honestly, I thought Gonzaga was going to win this game. I thought they were the better overall team. I thought Baylor was just a bunch of streaky shooters. And what they did is they proved that they were some lights out.
I mean, they got hot early.
And they got efforts from their big guys inside.
They got hot early. So I believe it started like a 16-4 lead, right? So
9-zip off rip.
Mm-hmm. You don't tell me that has nothing to do with defense and physicality?
Gonzaga couldn't throw it in the ocean. You watched the same game?
In the first possession, they didn't even get a shot off.
That's their first possession.
The second possession, the ball was getting tipped around before they could even get a shot off.
I'm not saying that the Baylor didn't D up. I'm saying Gonzaga doesn't see D all year long.
They haven't.
What they haven't seen is that kind of shooting coming from multiple players, and that they can't defend because they don't have those multiple players. They were outgunned.
Let me tell you, Gonzaga may never win it all because Gonzaga, and this is what you said, and I'm gonna have to go off what you said earlier in the year, is that Gonzaga doesn't play anybody in their conference, so when it comes to a big game, big team, they're not used. They run through this weak ass schedule, and as soon as they get hit with a little controversy, get hit in the mouth, and then they can't do nothing. But shouts out to Jalen Suggs, he held it down. I believe he had 15 points in the second half.
They look good on paper for a little while, and then when they come against
do you have the stats up there? Do you have Gonzaga's record the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Gonzaga's record the last 2 years, and who they beat the last 2 years?
They ain't beat nobody. Okay, no. You talking about they always get to the tournament, but they don't never win. They get to the Final Four, of course. We've been seeing them for the last.
Who have they beat? Is what I'm asking the question.
Nobody.
The teams that they have beat.
Nobody.
They ain't won a national championship.
Who? Give me their schedule. You're telling me nobody. Tell me.
San Francisco.
Nobody
They play like San Francisco.
I know who they
Santa
play in
Clara.
their. I know who they play in their conference.
They beat
schedule.
Kansas.
I know
they beat Kansas and North Carolina this year. The only two. In the beginning of the year when Kansas was trash.
They don't seem like they're nobody.
They are nobody.
Those are historic teams.
They are nobody. They
Stop
neither one.
Kansas was trash. Kansas was trash. Hey,
stop it. Gonzaga has legitimately, and we talked about this on this show on Friday, that Gonzaga had moved legitimately into the conversation with the Blue Bloods.
They are.
Then how are you saying? Because they're not.
But you can't.
They're paper champs. Then you can't be a Blue Blood and a paper champ at the same time.
They are paper champs.
Cut it out.
They
you
are
cut it out.
Kansas is not good this year.
Cut it out.
Look at Kansas' record.
Cut it out. We had just talked about Gonzaga and Mark Few bringing them into the Blue Bloods, the likes of Kentucky, the likes of North Carolina, the likes of Kansas, the likes of all these teams, and now you guys are trying to change up because they had a bad game last night. Get me out of here.
Hey, it's a dude. What have you done for me lately, league? So,
Man,
to me, they ain't done shit.
Listen.
So
they were 31-1 lately.
They 31-1. You know what I'm saying?
This is only their second Final Four. I believe this is like probably their 20th season with 20 wins.
Okay.
So hold on. I'm gonna go through it this year.
I will tell you who they beat this year. That is a notable team. Okay, I have it right here.
Go ahead. I got it through.
Oklahoma.
Trash.
What? It's a notable team. USC.
USC was a team. That's one. Okay.
Creighton. Stop.
Come on. That's business. That's playing Butlers in them.
Kansas,
they beat.
They beat Auburn from the SEC. They beat West Virginia, Bob Huggins.
They beat West Virginia.
They beat Iowa, who got the player of the fucking year.
Iowa's a good win. Barely.
They beat number 15 Virginia, who
Virginia was up and down. They was suspect. They were suspect.
Stop it.
Virginia suspect.
Stop
I give you that win.
They beat Oregon.
Okay.
I quit. That's just the schedule this year.
Man, listen.
Because they'll tell me that they don't play anybody because they played people all year long. They had a bad game last night. They took Baylor. They took Baylor for granted. They weren't playing up to par. Baylor came in and wanted it more, shot their lights out. That's what happened. Don't tell me this team who we talked about on this very program the last 2 weeks and saying that they have moved up into the annals of the Blue Bloods, and now you guys are telling me they don't play nobody because you can't be a Blue Blood if you don't play nobody.
They don't play nobody.
Are they Blue Blood? All right.
Hold on.
Or not?
Answer this question. So if we're talking about the Blue Bloods, right? Hold on. Consistently, it's because I might have to change. I might have to change my tune.
That's my question.
So no, hold on. I might
Blood?
Change my tune. Gonzaga is consistently a 20-win team. Okay, but we're gonna.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, but hold on. I'm gonna say, as being a Blue Blood, you don't have to go down the schedule to see who they played and verify if they're a Blue Blood or not. A Blue Blood team, you know that they play. We don't have to go down a North Carolina schedule and say, no, hold on. No, we don't have to go down to North Carolina.
You guys were challenging their schedule, so all I did was bring up
do we
who
know,
they were playing.
Do we know each year that North Carolina plays a hard schedule?
Yes, we do.
Do we know that Duke plays a hard schedule?
Yes, we do.
Do we know that Kentucky plays a hard schedule?
We do.
Okay, now, we don't have to verify that.
I want you guys to record this in the back because this is where I'm going to shut this shit down. Okay? I want you guys to mark this. Damo, Tux, the beautiful lady in the back. Mark this down because this is where I'm going to shut this bullshit Gonzaga thing down. We didn't talk about that when UNLV was going through there and they're playing that weak ass New Mexico State schedule, right?
Them teams is better back then.
Stop it, Robbie!
It's better.
Stop it! We didn't talk about them. Did we talk about UNLV when that weak ass schedule? No, we just talked about how great they was.
No!
Stop it! Stop it! And that's every single year when Jerry Tarkanian was there, because they were
not every single year.
Stop it! We had put them in the Blue Blood conversation too.
They had a 2-year run.
No, they didn't. They had way more than 2 years.
They had way more than 2 years.
What we will do.
They had way more than 2 years. They played the Kentucky.
This is something. I'm gonna leave this. The consensus is here. I mean, I guess I am the consensus. I am the voice of reason here.
You're the voice of treason.
Gonzaga consistently wins a lot of games. They win more games. They won, and since 2015, they have won more games than North Carolina. But they haven't won a championship.
That's a lot of teams.
And they won't win it. They probably won't win a championship due to this weak ass conference schedule that they play.
Yeah.
So what I will say is they're not a blue blood.
Is that why
and that's what it is.
won a national championship playing that weak ass schedule, and then went undefeated
talent.
the next year?
They had great talent. Great talent.
I don't know.
Gonzaga's a great program, great coach, but they got.
So you're saying that the rest of the NCAAs don't have great talent?
Gonzaga has great talent.
What are you guys saying? You guys aren't saying shit. You guys are saying two different things.
No. Hear me out. Like I said from the start, I'm gonna stick with it, bro.
Where's the moms in there?
I'm gonna stick with it. They don't play nobody good. That's fine.
I remember UNLV. Let's move.
Can we answer that question? UNLV.
And look what happened
We're talking about Gonzaga.
UNLV. And look what happened to UNLV.
We're talking about.
And look what happened to UNLV. There's the same situation.
Because they didn't play nobody. Look what happened to them when they got to the Dukes.
We calling them nasty?
When we got to the Dukes, they was nasty. Gonzaga's nasty, but they just didn't play nobody.
Okay, man. This conversation.
That's fair, right?
He just said UNLV was nasty.
I mean, I'm not. Sometimes
UNLV was good.
Right, he does go.
UNLV was great when they lost to Duke.
This guy has some.
This
guy had some interesting theories where I will bring up a little bit later in the show. But okay, we're gonna leave that alone. Okay. Great game, great game to Baylor. It was a great game to Baylor. I want to give a shout out to the John Wooden Award winners. You have Luke Garza, who averaged this year from Iowa, who averaged 24.1 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. Do you guys believe that he?
No. He is not the player of the year.
Who should be the player of the year?
First of all, Big Ten basketball is the worst basketball that they're around right now. I watched Lou Garza play. He's a talented kid, but when you talk about some of the other kids that we saw this year that made impacts on teams that went further, Suggs is a better player than him. He proved that all year long. Mitchell or Butler from last night, they should be considered to be players of the year. I mean, there are other people that I think if you look at their season were better players than Garza.
Now,
he's a big old. He's a great white hope.
Says second is the first loser. Speaking on that Gonzaga, but
I will say this: Garza was a beast by far.
He put up 30. He put up 30 on Gonzaga. He
was a hard. You can't compare that way up out of Gonzaga because he was way better than him down low with all the moves, reading the defenses, passing. I got a chance to really watch him before they lose. Then he didn't have enough. You know, he playing with them boys about Iowa, the first all-white team starting 5. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there. But he deserved it, and you gonna have a great career on the Chicago Bulls.
All right, man. Garza.
He won the Chicago Bulls.
They gave it to him. They gave it to him, but I don't really see anybody else's stats who's beating him. I haven't heard either one of you guys name a player that deserves it.
Can I just go back to something that we talked about with Gonzaga first? So I looked up their 2019 schedule just for shits and giggles, right? They beat Arizona. They beat Duke. They beat Illinois. They beat Creighton. They beat Washington. They lost to UNC, North Carolina.
Who?
Gonzaga.
When, last year?
In 2019, they beat DU.
We're talking 2019, man.
I'm talking about their schedule overall. So I went back a couple years to see their schedule and see the BS that you guys were spilling.
No, Jason. The answer to the question is, if they're a true blue blood, do you have to see who they beat? Do you have to actually go through their schedule? No.
I don't need to.
I'm just trying to justify saying that. You don't have to. You should have to.
Please go to the UNLV schedule
of what, 1986? Come on, man.
No, it was
Go
whenever
there.
1990. Was it 90? 91?
it was a long time ago.
Yes. Go to their schedule and see who they beat in preseason. And their schedule, and you will see that they was kicking shit out of 5'8" white boys.
They had a starting five that rivaled the Michigan Fab Five starting five. That was one of the greatest teams that was put together in college history.
Okay, but what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? These are two teams that went to the national championship game. You can't just say one has these circumstances because they have all these great players.
Every 4 years.
That proves my point even more that Gonzaga doesn't have great players and still made it 31-1.
Okay,
thank you.
In a COVID year. But let's go.
Now.
So let's. I mean, we're gonna move on. So we gonna go to the women's John Wooden Award winner, and her name is Paige Bucher from UConn. Averaged 20 points, 5.8 assists. Yes, she was a freshman. 4.9 rebounds, 2.3 steals, and 20 points is the most points scored by UConn freshmen, and they've had a lot of freshmen come through that program.
Rebecca Lobo to
Staley was
Diana
Taurasi, that's my baby. That Taurasi,
they've had some players. So
I think back in them days,
that's a huge accomplishment.
I think she definitely deserves it, and she's gonna have a 3 more year run, man. And
Sue Birds and all them over there.
So hey, shouts out to Paige Bucher. And little interesting fact, Paige Bucher and Jalen Suggs, like they grew up together.
Okay.
They grew up together. Like they went
Minnesota?
They went like middle school together and went all the way up high school together. So, man, shouts out to them. It was almost something for both of them. But,
something for Minnesota.
Hey, shout out to Minnesota. I guess they breeding athletes out there now.
They always have. Some good tough ones out there.
All right, man. So we gonna go to this. I'm just gonna talk about this draft, future NBA draft. Okay. So are you thinking that Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, and Jalen Suggs would be your top 3 picks?
I gotta go. That's if Suggs decides to come out.
Do you think Suggs is warranted a top 3 pick?
I think he's played hard and well all year long. I don't know if I could say that I would. Is he ready for a top 3 pick? I mean,
okay.
According to his performance in the Final Four, yes.
Is he franchise changer?
I would say. Is he a franchise changer? I think he has a ceiling, his ability to. But I think I would take the cat from Oklahoma first.
Cade Cunningham?
Yeah, I'll take Cunningham.
Okay.
He's a monster.
And you got Evan Mobley. He's a 7-footer, man that got moves, a young man. What you think about it?
I'm going Mobley, Cunningham, and Suggs need to stay another year to get polished.
Well, they're not.
He's just not polished enough for me for some reason.
I'll say.
You know what I'm saying? Like you remember saying like a bubble.
Yeah.
Remember how people play good in a bubble, but then outside of that bubble, they still got to perform.
No, that's what you say.
Dude perform to his high level, but I don't think NBA-wise he's ready yet.
I'm going to say Jalen Suggs is not ready. He's not really a game changer. Had a great tournament. But I would say the best guy on that court, the best guy on that court was the guard from Baylor, who you mentioned earlier, Butler, who had 20 points, 7 assists.
Did he have a better game than Mitchell?
Mitchell was balling.
Player of the year?
20 points, 7 assists. The last person to do that in the Final Four game, guess who it was?
Weird.
20.7 assists?
Yeah.
In the finals game? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Hey, Jason, what you call it?
Carmelo Anthony. That's where we'll go.
The man, the myth, the legend.
And we're going to go. Before we end this first half, I want to show the video of Paul Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you guys didn't see it, now you're going to see it. Did my man Paul Pierce get hosed?
You know what?
We can come back on.
Go ahead, keep talking.
You know, the thing about it is, I want Tux to send me a stripper and some weed out here, and I'll do the shows the same way Paul Pierce did. Like, he didn't do anything. Come on, man. Like, we're sensitive towards minority things because white players do that shit all the time.
Can you work for Disney and do that?
Negatory.
Yes, you can. Disney movies ain't always, you know what I'm saying? And Disney is about kids, but Disney owns ESPN.
I mean, Disney has it has a few raunchy things. Can we get the video going of the Paul Pierce, because Paul Pierce, man, living his best life right now. He was living his best life. Said he'd see y'all on Sunday, and ESPN said,
"No, you won't. I'll be sending you your last check."
And
I've seen.
Come on, man. It's on you, bro. What you do? What's the call?
Monica, you should be here. You could make some money, girl. Stop playing. Monica, what you doing?
You guys throw some fucking chips, man.
If you in LA, come through.
Chips, look down.
If you in LA, Monica, come through. You know what I'm saying?
Where's she at? Down there. Paying fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, can't even throw a fucking chip.
Wait up. I can't see.
They hit me with chips. What is going on?
welcome back to Game Point. Man, that was hilarious. My man Paul Pierce living his best life. But check it out. We gonna discuss it when we get back on the second half. This is Game Point Sports, where we like you to like,
love you, Paul Pierce.
share, repeat, retweet.
You, man.
We out.
I love you, man.
Network. Conversations for the youth, by the youth. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Youth Media
My name is Haroon.
I'm John.
I'm Rashad.
And I'm Brandon.
Welcome to Kingdom Culture Godcast.
Where we talk about kingdom, the Torah, his people, and the land.
You can check us out every Friday on the R Network. We don't do this for the culture, we do it for the kingdom. Shalom.
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 Welcome back to Game Point Sports. We got my boy Big J in the house. We got Robbie the Rocket. I am M.GOODKNIGHT, and this is Game Point Sports. We are back doing our thing, having a little fun and conversation, talking sports. You know, I gotta set the record straight for y'all fellas over here. You know. So this is how I do, young Robbie. You know, I set the record straight.
Don't talk to me fast, talk to me slow. You know.
Hey, all right. So we gonna get to that Paul Pierce real quick, man. What y'all thinking about that Paul Pierce, man?
I told you what I thought about it. This is a man doing his own little thing at his little spot, and I mean, having a good time, smoking weed because it's legal. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this has just got out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, let this man live. He's earned his just desserts. He can do whatever he wants. I mean, he's worked hard to get to where he's at, and this is just somebody complaining to ESPN that probably is not the same shade as us. I mean, honestly, and that's exactly what happened. Somebody's jealous, and all they're gonna do is replace it with the next brother. You know what I mean? So, shouts out to Paul Pierce. Hope he lands on his feet somewhere else. And you know, ESPN status quo, still the same old ESPN.
Still the same old ESPN.
Still the same old
and I'm gonna get back to that here in a second. What you got to say?
I wonder why, like, athletes, players, and anybody, when they go to parties, they say no phones. They throw their phones to the back for stuff like this. Because once somebody send it out, everybody gonna get it. And he just happened to get caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do work for it. Like you say, you work for ESPN. You've seen people get fired. But you're a face of Sunday afternoon basketball. The prime time, you have your Paul Pierce this, your Paul Pierce that. Getting ready to have the Hall of Fame called on you if you ain't already got it. So, I mean, God darn it. I mean, everybody entitled to have fun, but I just think that he was just in the wrong situation getting seen like that. It's not a good look for their image. That's why they let him go, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this is a network that, you know, I can tell you some stories of the stuff that has gone behind the scenes at ESPN. So,
but you don't see it. We don't see it, but you see it behind the scenes.
I've seen, you know, but this was not a fireable offense. It's not. Like, okay, is he smoking weed? And, you know what I'm saying? I get that, man, but it's legal.
Weed is not legal in every state, man. Some people
Where was this at? Where was this at?
He wasn't in Colorado, though. Right there.
There's 28 states that is legal, recreation.
He probably was in L.A. somewhere in Ohio.
That's
definitely legal. But he didn't tell us where he was located at.
He was in Cali. He was in Cali, man. Then his boy just got out of jail from doing like 20 years. Man, he was kicking it, man. He was doing his thing, playing poker, smoking a cigar, had a little lady massaging his back. Man, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. They just did him wrong. I mean, I just heard that, man. I heard from little birdies, man. They just said, Paul Pierce, man, they just wanted him out of there. You know what I'm saying? They said he's known for coming to the studio a little bit lit. You know what I'm saying? So
look, here's the deal. So let's not start that game, because I mean ESPN needs to be consistent. Because when I started at ESPN in Bristol, Connecticut, Nate Newton was there. Mm-hmm. The same Nate Newton who got caught with all, and Nate Newton would come to me and be like, "Hey, big man, we need to roll something up." Mm-hmm. Nate Newton. So, look, man, there's a culture at ESPN. There's a culture, right? There's some things that go on at ESPN that, maybe not happen anywhere else. And I think ESPN needs to be consistent with their message, because now it just seems like it's just athletes of color who fall to the wayside, out of favor with the mouse. Yeah. And that's what we call the owners, Disney, so we call them the mouse, Mickey Mouse. So, that's who falls out of favor with the mouse, is people of color.
The mouse.
No, for real, that makes sense, though. I mean, it's funny. It do make sense, though. It do.
I mean, you got your Jim Irsay's of the world. I mean, who was found tipsy. You got all kind of things.
ESPN
going on,
it's just an environment that when they have a movie come out, they put a flyer in your box.
Yeah.
Right? This is in your box, in your mailbox, in your physical mailbox. There's a flyer for this movie. Show up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
it's a lot of money around there.
Oh, ESPN. Oh my goodness.
So I mean, Paul Pierce, man, keep doing your thing, living your best life.
We're gonna try to get Paul Pierce on the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna call you, man.
You got your endeavors, man, in the weed and the cannabis businesses. So I know you really ain't tripping, man. And you know what, Paul Pierce, the nugget hate you had was real, though. I didn't like all that nugget hate you did, but I still respect you as a player and all that, though. So, but the nugget hate was real. But we gonna just keep it moving on and keep it moving and grooving here.
Nugget hate is hella real.
As we do it, I mean, hate within our own team, with our own fandom. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. We gonna go off into some more NFL news. I mean, do we want to hit the
video?
The elephant in the room?
We gotta go to the elephant.
You want to hit the elephant in the room?
Can y'all put up the ticker?
The ticker's going, ain't it? The ticker's going. But we got a little snippet of a video of one of the Deshaun Watson accusers, Ashley Solis.
Okay. And before, let me set this up. Before you look at this video, I want everyone out there that looks at this video to close your eyes. That's all I ask you, and just listen. Close your eyes and listen.
Hey, the guy gave direction.
Close your eyes. Don't look at the video. Just listen to it.
Get into an open space. We got
Close your eyes.
We got this video coming up of Ashley Solis talking about a little bit of her endeavor with Deshaun Watson.
I no longer practice the profession that I love the most without shaking during the session. My hands shake whenever I place them on a client, and I've had to cut the session short. If you only knew how heartbreaking that is to me. I got into massage therapy to heal people. to heal their minds and bodies, to bring peace to their souls. Deshaun Watson has robbed me of that. He took that away from me. He tainted a profession in which I take enormous pride. Flashes of Watson's face rush to me in the moment. I think of his penis touching me, which sends me into a tailspin. I suffer from panic attacks, anxiety, and depression. I'm in counseling as a result of Deshaun Watson's actions. I hope he knows how much pain he's inflicted on me emotionally and physically. And I hope he knows how much pain he has inflicted on these other.
And we're back. And we talking about this. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and speak up on it real quick before we move on.
I'm gonna be quick and fast with my comment on this one. I sat there and watched this video. I said she lying. She's not in, like, she was paid to say this stuff. So that's all I have to say on it. I don't even want to discuss it because the man getting ridiculed right
getting
now.
Railroaded. Huh?
Get it out of here.
This cements the fact for me that he's getting set up.
Yeah.
Because if you, like I said, I asked you guys to close your eyes and just listen for a reason. Because this is the same script that is read in all of these same situations when it comes with a person that is a lighter shade than the dude who they're accused. I swear to God, it's the same playbook. It's the How to Ruin a Famous Nigga playbook. You know what I'm saying? A famous rich nigga playbook. That's what this is. Bottom line, and it's working. It's working because she's in tears and he turned over and he said, if it's in the way, just touch it. Like, oh my God. I can't believe it. This is a lady who you can tell has seen a lot of black cock in her day. Let's just be honest. I mean, there's victims in this bullshit. And this lady's full of shit because she knows her way around a black dick. I guarantee she knows her way well around the black dick.
You'll get old Robbie in trouble, man. But anyways, hey, I'm in agreement with y'all, man. I'm starting to come around, and I believe it's all a setup. It's all the same story every single time. Every accuser that has put forth a statement is the same thing. You're up now to 22 accusers, but you also have 18 other massage therapists that are on his side. I just don't understand why you have
wait,
to go.
What? You got 18 massage therapists that are saying, wait a minute.
That he's a good guy.
I didn't know that part. Come on, man, this is over.
Yeah.
Let's just come on, man. Whoever's planning this, let's just say, let's just bring it to light,
Hey.
like, because
You're a liar.
This is a waste of time.
Hey, you're talking about this guy Busby, this attorney out here, man, in Houston, man. He's probably the Frank Azar type attorney of Houston. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this shit goes. But he does have 18 massage therapists in support of him. But I just don't know why you need to have so many massage therapists.
What did Dave Chappelle say? That nigga says nigga all the time.
All right, man. We gonna keep it moving, man.
God,
I'm still shouts out to Deshaun Watson doing your thing. So we gonna hit this mock draft for the NFL real quick because I know what y'all gotta do is what y'all gotta do. So we got, and this is Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. Next time we get on the Mel Kiper or the Nick
this is kind of like
Jacksonville Jags, he got number 1 going Trevor Lawrence. Jets, number 2, Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. San Francisco, you guys, Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama. Falcons picking Trey Lance, quarterback out of North Dakota State. Bengals picking Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. Dolphins picking Jamar Chase, wide receiver out of LSU. Lions picking Justin Fields for quarterback out of Ohio State. Panthers picking Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle out of Northwest University. Broncos picking Penei Sewell, offensive tackle out of Oregon. Cowboys picking the first defensive player, Kwity Paye out of Michigan. He's an edge rusher. You guys agree with this, or you agree with the San Francisco pick? Or?
I agree with them being the third pick. I like that if they pick at number 3, they're going to take Mac Jones, but as I've kind of been banished from saying because Robbie shares the same sentiments, I don't think they're gonna take a quarterback. And I think, let me just say this. They've set it up, and it's all coming to truth. It's all coming to truth. The 49ers have set it up to go ahead and get Aaron Rodgers back home. And y'all can hate me right now because I told y'all first, but that's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen.
I'm laughing at both of y'all right now.
They have the number 3 pick, which is going to attract Green Bay. They can get their quarterback. They can get rid of the air. Because did you see Aaron Rodgers on First Take the other day? Disgruntled still.
He's always disgruntled.
No, not like
this.
He's
never happy.
This is something totally different.
Let me tell you. Before you move on, before he goes to the San Francisco 49ers, he will be the next Alex Trebek, the next host of Jeopardy, I will say.
That's you would say that because you don't want it to come true. Because you do know that if he puts on number 12, if he puts on the number 12 in the scarlet and gold, we might go undefeated.
We might not lose a game.
Period.
We win in the Super Bowl for sure.
This is the dumbest shit I've heard in my life.
Every time you say it, we always prove it wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, I keep talking.
But it's okay though, man. Hey, wishful thinking. So you guys want a 30-plus-year-old quarterback to come over there?
Yes, 37 years old.
Y'all did it with Manny.
And still the player is a league MVP. What's up, young activist?
And not get a
what?
Possible franchise quarterback in Mac Jones?
No.
He ain't impressed me.
He has impressed me. But I'll say this: we still got Garoppolo.
All right. So what do you? What do you guys think?
Green Bay got that quarterback they draft.
We can give him Garoppolo and the number 1 pick. I forget. Hey, here's the deal. Here, we are going to have we are going to have a game point draft party when Aaron Rodgers is here in San Francisco. It's on me. On me.
Meet him at the McBride Impact offices. Email.
No, it's gonna be here. We're gonna have it here. Game point show.
Oh, I won't.
Celebration.
I won't be there.
Celebration.
Don't invite me.
Celebrate.
Don't let me know the date.
Times. Come on.
This is the Crockett shit. Man,
see, you know what? See, the thing is, they didn't have any reason to buy it the last time because it was just talk. But now the chess pieces.
It makes sense.
Now the chess pieces is down here.
On a more serious note.
Chess piece.
Oh boy.
On a more serious note.
Chess piece.
On a more serious note, man.
All the chess pieces.
What do you think about the Lions moving up? The Lions picking up Justin Fields with golf there?
He looked good, though.
I think that
for them.
I think that there's so many teams, or I think teams are saying, Goff can't do it now because of the report that he got from
Sean McVay. Gave him a bad. You ain't supposed to give a bad reference. Can't give a bad reference. So
I don't. They'll probably take Justin Fields. He'll end up in Detroit, and it's gonna be the same shit that I thought. He's a terrible quarterback, just like Dwayne Haskins.
Hey, he might fall. Fall. No, he might fall.
Look, and I'm sad because he's black, and I want to root for him because he's black.
I'll see something, y'all. Rewind something. He might fall down. The Panthers might go up, right?
Why would they go up?
Because they need a quarterback.
They just went and got Darnold.
No, they got rid of. They
just went and got Darnold.
So Teddy you say Donald is better than Teddy Bridgewater?
They're saying Donald.
I think it is. I think Darnold just needed to get out in New York. I think Sam Darnold can play. I mean, honestly, he's big, he's fast, he's a strong arm.
He remind me of Trubisky.
I think Mitchell Trubisky was in the wrong situation. I think you get him out of there and put him somewhere that he is an offensive coordinator and an offensive mind.
He's not going to get much time out there in Buffalo. I'll tell you that right now. And this guy has the first defensive pick going at number 10. And that'd be the latest.
Isn't that show you where? Doesn't that kind of show you where the NFL is these days? Everybody's trying to be like Kansas City and get offense and outscore everybody. But we saw with Tampa Bay this year that shit, you don't need that. You can get a good defense and cover the tight end.
That's what y'all did. Y'all won. When they won running with Peyton Manning. They just had a damn good defense. The offense wasn't. What did Peyton Manning at the helm calling
so long ago?
Yeah, that was so long
Jesus
ago.
Christ.
I mean, you know what, man? I don't even listen to this talk that you talk. Because it's unfounded. We had a good offense too. We had a great offense too.
You had a great offense.
You know what I'm saying?
They just had
another quarterback who couldn't throw a 7-yard out.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen to this guy.
Oh
These
my
two
God.
guys.
All right, man. I'm not even going there with y'all. You guys, this is a crock of shit.
Bro,
a crock of shit. So we just gonna go with these off-season power rankings and football, and then we gonna get up out of here. These are the top 10. You got Tampa Bay number 1. Agreed or disagreed?
I agree. They've brought everybody back.
I'm at just.
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, a lot of thinking. KC number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put them there too.
Green Bay number 3.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, you disagree.
No, because that's going to change when Aaron Rodgers comes
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we beat number 3.
Yeah, but it's not done right now.
No, because...
It's not done now.
Okay, so just saying that puts Frisco at the top of the power ranking.
Okay. So you're replacing Green Bay with San Francisco. Okay.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm saying
I'm
saying that if San Francisco gets Aaron Rodgers, they're at the top. They're number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Buffalo number 4. It's more.
I like Buffalo.
More malarkey. Let's go. Buffalo number 4.
That's a
good one.
I think
Baltimore 5.
Yeah.
No, they're too high. Too high. Yeah. I think we've seen the best that we're going to see out of Lamar Jackson.
I said that, but
I think I don't want to categorize him as just another quarterback that just can't read defenses.
Michael Vicker.
No, Michael Vick can read a D.
Michael Vick.
He can read a D, but I'm saying is he a Michael Vicker?
No, he's not a Michael Vick.
Vick, when they had that dog issue, Michael Vick would have been
considered probably the greatest quarterback to ever play.
Yeah, we're not.
You think he could have been taking hits like that?
He had just signed 120. I mean, everybody thought that Michael Vick was that guy because he had just signed. His jersey was the number 1 seller in the league. He had the biggest quarterback, including Tom Brady.
He took
Atlanta to
the spokesman of the league. He was the poster boy of the NFL at that time. With your Tom Brady's, with your Peyton Manning's, with your Drew Breeses, and anybody else you want to name.
Lamar Jackson won the MVP.
All right,
Lamar Jackson is not marketable. Michael Vick.
He has.
Not getting him outside of Baltimore.
Let me tell you what. Yeah, that's it. The hairdo.
We'll take
the hairdo.
And he's not as well spoken.
Oh, because he has because his mom his mama likes to talk for him. That's the problem.
20 years old.
His mama likes to talk for him. Let's go to New Orleans. Let's go to New Orleans. New Orleans number 6.
Get them out of there. They gonna go down.
That's bullshit too. Because you got Taysom Hill and the nigga who still scrap legs.
Get them out of there.
They drop out of the
All right, 7 Cleveland Browns.
No, get them out of there.
They deserve to be in the top 10.
Okay.
Seattle should be where Baltimore is.
Seattle next.
Seattle should be where Baltimore.
Seattle is going to have some problems too because I think what we're underestimating is the rift between Russell Wilson and the front office, and it's also causing a rift in the playoffs.
I believe
if they got Russell Wilson at the helm next year, they're going to be reckoning with.
Russell Wilson's a player, and he's going to put all that besides.
What about
going to play in the next half?
Are the other teammates going to put it all behind him too?
Yeah,
they are.
He's going to put them on their back like he always does, and then that'll change the story.
It's up to Sierra.
So you got to go to next team is the LA Rams.
No, get them out of there. I mean, I
just because they're in your division or what?
No, you pick up
trash.
You pick up Stafford, who I wanted in San Francisco, but you don't have anybody yet. You lost a lot.
I don't want him.
Okay, Pittsburgh Steelers rounding out the top 10.
They was overrated.
Which Ben Roethlisberger?
They was very overrated last year.
No, they went 11-0, bro.
But they was overrated, man. That didn't play nobody to beat. I didn't see nothing.
Here's is that the mantra on the show? That you don't play nobody? Is that the mantra?
All right.
Jesus.
All right. That's the NFL Power Top 10. So I'm going to leave y'all with this question. And for the next show, I want you guys to answer this question on the next show. The question is, I had a discussion with Robbie the Rocket. Robbie the Rocket says, this is a Robbie the Rocket theory.
Yep.
If you were good in high school.
Yep. Say it like,
and
I'll help you out too.
Go,
so let me say the theory. I was sitting here one day. I'm like, okay, I can reminisce about how good I was in high school, how good I was in college, but I wasn't good. I'm gonna tell you why I wasn't good. I didn't make it to that next level. Like I'm gonna say a person, he was all world in college, got a name for himself, graduated out of college. He was good in school, but he wasn't good enough. Let me remember what I mean. Because I'm sitting there like,
basically, he just.
So you say if you don't make it all the way,
if you don't make it to the league, you're not.
No. I'm gonna say this.
Oh no.
We can't reminisce on what we did in high school.
No, we're not.
Because we wasn't good.
We're not going.
We're not good.
We're not going.
We're not good.
We're not going there. We're not going there. So what we said, what Robbie the Rocket's theory is, and we'll hit it on the next show, is that if you didn't make it to the league in your prospective sport, you're no good. No matter what the circumstances may have been, you're no good. But this is Robbie the Rocket theory.
And tell me your input on that, because I want to hear it.
But yeah, we definitely want to hear that.
Touch on that.
I definitely want to hear that.
I want to hear your story of why or what and which and when and when.
I totally disagree. And thank you for joining us, Big J. Thank you for being here, Robbie the Rocket. You are a staple here on the Game Point show. I mean, you are a part. You are.
Game Point.
I'm going to stop saying thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here, fellas. Thanks for doing this Game Point. Thanks for doing your thing. Like we say, we like you to like, share, repeat, comment, and tweet. And shouts out to my people at Charged Up Film and Royal Great Creative.
Yeah.
We out. Game Point.
Yeah.